Welcome Sagittarius to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 12th of August for the Ascendant, the Sun or the Moon. This week begins with a very tender quarter moon. These happen twice a month. This one is in the 12th house for you, which can be the part of life that we're a little bit more reluctant to look at, our shadow side, the subconscious, anything to do with the psychology of life. But it's squaring with the Sun in your sister fire sign of Leo, which continues to be big and bold in house 9, very much about expansion, travel and adventure. If you are trying to do something this week that is to do with getting away, planning a vacation, applying for a course, with Mercury, the planet of communication, moving back into your 9th house, if there has been some delays, you may be able to start to get things to move forwards. But there's just a sense of great tenderness. Things that you would ordinarily shrug off could get under your skin a little bit this week, so just prepare yourself. Because at the heart of this week, there is a sensational link between Mars, the planet of thrust, and Jupiter, your wonderful ruler. The combination for you in your 7th house could be excellent if you're wanting to link to someone and work collaboratively, or even you're wanting to pair up with someone for some kind of competitive sport, such as tennis or table tennis, badminton, a round of golf, because the 7th house and Mars is where we want to in some ways have some action and enjoy the challenges that this can create. It's just that both are squared off by Saturn. Saturn has great qualities, but there's no doubt about it, it can also be quite tricky. And over the last 16 months, it's been making you much more aware of your emotional needs, anything to do with home and family, but also perhaps at times made you feel a little more vulnerable, not quite so self-assured. So just when Mars and Jupiter are pushing for you to do something dramatic and bold, Saturn could introduce a level of uncertainty. And because of that quarter moon triggering your psychology, if you are feeling a little bit unsure about a love relationship, a business partnership, or how to approach a part of your situation that you do want to go forwards with, this could create an unexpected amount of anxiety. But stay with it, because Mercury returning to Leo could unlock some information that can help you, particularly towards the end of this week. But that freedom love inside of your nature is certainly going to be emphasized by the weekend. And if there is some kind of obligation that someone wants to hold you to, that can be rather enclosing and rather challenging. But with Venus at the top of your chart also coming into conflict with Saturn and also Mars and Jupiter, I think the best way forwards is actually not to over-assert yourself. It's actually allow other people to say what's on their minds and give it some careful thought. Because diplomacy with Venus in your 10th house can still be very important, even if you do feel really quite annoyed that someone's not quite understanding how you see something, you don't feel they're necessarily being completely truthful or fair. Try to keep your sense of equilibrium, because as this week draws to a close, I feel that the energy of Mars as it moves past Jupiter will give you the tools to reinforce your boundaries, but at the same time keep the dialogue going. And that's the critical thing, because on the week starting after this one, Mercury and the Sun will actually align in a very constructive way, known as a cazimi, but they're still going to be affected by Uranus. So however much you'd like things to be, how you see them, there is going to be the potential for some challenges and also some edgy, rather brittle energy. So for us all, Sagittarius, to be honest, this is quite a challenging week. But if there is someone you really do want to work with, play with, compete with, that you can collaborate with, and there isn't all this politics around it, it could be a tie that goes from strength to strength. Have a great week. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Please check out my year 2025 personal horoscope forecast special offer with the link beneath this video.